everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you beautiful places to visit in United States in 2025. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. Number 1. Acadia National Park. Acadia National Park is a national park of the United States, located along the midsection of the Maine coast, southwest of Bar Harbor. The park includes about half of Mount Desert Island, part of the Elo Oat, the tip of the Schoodic Peninsula, and portions of 16 smaller outlying islands. The park contains the tallest mountain on the Atlantic coast of the United States, exposed granite domes, glacial erratics, U-shaped valleys, and cobble beaches. Its mountains, lakes, streams, wetlands, forests, meadows, and coastlines contribute to a diversity of plants and animals. Woven into this landscape is a historic carriage road system financed by John D. Rockefeller Jr. In total, it encompasses 49,075 acres as of 2017. Number 2. Yosemite National Park. Yosemite National Park is a national park of the United States in California. It is bordered on the southeast by Sierra National Forest and on the northwest by Stanislaus National Forest. The park is managed by the National Park Service and covers 759,620 acres in 4 counties, centered in Tuolumne and Mariposa, extending north and east to Mono and south to Madera. Designated a World Heritage Site in 1984, Yosemite is internationally recognized for its granite cliffs, waterfalls, clear streams, groves of giant sequoia, lakes, mountains, meadows, glaciers, and biological diversity. Almost 95% of the park is designated wilderness. Yosemite is one of the largest and least fragmented habitat blocks in the Sierra Nevada. Number 3. Glacier National Park. Glacier National Park is a national park of the United States located in northwestern Montana, on the Canada-United States border. The park encompasses more than 1 million acres and includes parts of 2 mountain ranges, more than 130 named lakes, more than 1,000 different species of plants, and hundreds of species of animals. This vast, pristine ecosystem is the centerpiece of what has been referred to as the crown of the continent ecosystem, a region of protected land encompassing 16,000 square miles. The region that became Glacier National Park was first inhabited by Native Americans. Upon the arrival of European explorers, it was dominated by the Blackfeet in the east and the Flathead in the western regions. Under pressure, the Blackfeet ceded the mountainous parts of their treaty lands in 1895 to the federal government, which became part of the park. Number 4. Denali National Park and Preserve. Denali National Park and Preserve, formerly known as Mount McKinley National Park, is a United States national park and preserve located in interior Alaska, centered on Denali, the highest mountain in North America. The park and contiguous preserve encompass 6,045,153 acres, which is larger than the state of New Hampshire. On December 2, 1980, 2,146 580-acre Denali Wilderness was established within the park. Denali's landscape is a mix of forest at the lowest elevations, including deciduous taiga, with tundra at middle elevations, and glaciers, snow, and bare rock at the highest elevations. The longest glacier is the Kahiltna Glacier. Wintertime activities include dog sledding, cross-country skiing, and snowmobiling. The park received 594,260 BC recreational visitors in 2018. Number 5. Central Park. Central Park is an urban park between the Upper West Side and Upper East Side neighborhoods of Manhattan in New York City, and the first landscaped park in the United States. It is the 6th largest park in the city, containing 843 acres, and the most visited urban park in the United States, with an estimated 42 million visitors annually as of 2016. It is also one of the most filmed locations in the world. The creation of a large park in Manhattan was first proposed in the 1840s, and a 778-acre park approved in 1853. In 1858, landscape architects Frederick Law Olmsted and Calvert Vaux won a design competition for the park with their greensward plan. Number 6. Grand Canyon National Park. Grand Canyon National Park is a national park of the United States located in northwestern Arizona, the 15th site to have been named as a national park. The park's central feature is the Grand Canyon, a gorge of the Colorado River, which is often considered one of the wonders of the world. The park, which covers 1,217,262 acres of unincorporated area in Coconino and Mojave counties, received more than 4.7 million recreational visitors in 2003. The Grand Canyon was designated a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1979. The park celebrated its 100th anniversary on February 26, 2019. The Grand Canyon became well known to Americans in the 1880s after railroads were built and pioneers developed infrastructure and early tourism. In 1903, President Theodore Roosevelt visited the site and said, Number 7. Grand Canyon National Park. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, colloquially referred to as the Met, is an encyclopedic art museum in New York City. By floor area, it is the 4th largest museum in the world and the largest art museum in the Americas. With 5.36 million visitors in 2023, it is the most visited museum in the United States and the 5th most visited art museum in the world. In 2000, its permanent collection had over 2 million works. It currently lists a total of 1.5 million works. The collection is divided into 17 curatorial departments. The main building at 1000 Fifth Avenue, along the Museum Mile on the eastern edge of Central Park on Manhattan's Upper East Side, is by area one of the world's largest art museums. Number 8. Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is a colossal neoclassical sculpture on Liberty Island in New York Harbor, within New York City. The copper-clad statue, a gift to the United States from the people of France, was designed by French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi, and its metal framework was built by Gustave Eiffel. The statue was dedicated on October 28, 1886. The statue is a figure of a classically draped woman, likely inspired by the Roman goddess of Liberty Libertas. In a contrapposto pose, she holds a torch above her head with her right hand, and in her left hand carries a tabula ansata inscribed July 4, 1776, in Roman numerals, the date of the U.S. Declaration of Independence. With her left foot, she steps on a broken chain and shackle, commemorating the national abolition of slavery following the American Civil War. Number 9. Empire State Building. The Empire State Building is a 102-story Art Deco skyscraper in the Midtown South neighborhood of Manhattan in New York City. The building was designed by Shreve, Lamb, and Harmon, and built from 1930 to 1931. Its name is derived from Empire State, the nickname of the state of New York. The building has a roof height of 1,250 feet and stands a total of 1,254 feet tall, including its antenna. The Empire State Building was the world's tallest building until the first tower of the World Trade Center was topped out in 1970. Following the September 11th attacks in 2001, the Empire State Building was New York City's tallest building until it was surpassed in 2012 by One World Trade Center. Number 10. Kenai Fjords National Park. Kenai Fjords National Park is a national park of the United States that comprises the Harding Ice Field, its outflowing glaciers, and coastal fjords and islands. The park covers an area of 669,284 acres on the Kenai Peninsula in south-central Alaska, west of the town of Seward. The park contains the Harding Ice Field, one of the largest ice fields in the United States, and is named for the numerous fjords carved by glaciers moving down the mountains from the ice field. The field is the source of at least 38 glaciers, the largest of which is Bear Glacier. The fjords are glacial valleys that have been submerged below sea level by a combination of rising sea levels and land subsidence. Exit Glacier is a popular destination at the end of the park's only road. The remainder of the park is accessible by boat, airplane, and hiking. Number 11. Museum of Fine Arts, Boston. The Museum of Fine Arts is an art museum in Boston, Massachusetts. It is the 20th largest art museum in the world, measured by public gallery area. It contains 8,161 paintings and more than 450,000 works of art, making it one of the most comprehensive collections in the Americas. With more than 1.2 million visitors a year, it is the 79th most visited art museum in the world as of 2022. Founded in 1870 in Copley Square, the museum moved to its current Fenway location in 1909. It is affiliated with the School of the Museum of Fine Arts at Tufts. Number 12. Zion National Park. Zion National Park is a national park of the United States, located in southwestern Utah, near the town of Springdale. Located at the junction of the Colorado Plateau, Great Basin, and Mojave Desert regions, the park has a unique geography and a variety of life zones that allow for unusual plant and animal diversity. Numerous plant species, as well as 289 species of birds, 75 mammals, and 32 reptiles inhabit the park's 4 life zones: desert, riparian, woodland, and coniferous forest. Zion National Park includes mountains, canyons, buttes, mesas, monoliths, rivers, slot canyons, and natural arches. The lowest point in the park is 3,666 feet at Coal Pits Wash, and the highest peak is 8,726 feet at Horse Ranch Mountain. Number 13. Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve. Great Sand Dunes National Park and Preserve is a national park of the United States that conserves an area of large sand dunes on the eastern edge of the San Luis Valley and an adjacent national preserve in the Sangre de Cristo Range. In south-central Colorado, the park was originally designated Great Sand Dunes National Monument on March 17, 1932, by President Herbert Hoover. The original boundaries protected an area of 35,128 acres. A boundary change and redesignation as a national park and preserve was authorized on November 26, 2000, and then established on September 24, 2004. Number 14. Napali Coast State Wilderness Park. Napali Coast State Park is a 6,175-acre state park in the U.S. state of Hawaii, located in the center of the rugged 16-mile northwest side of Kauai, the second oldest inhabited Hawaiian island. The Napali Coast itself extends southwest from Ke Beach all the way to Polihale State Park. The Napali along the shoreline rise as much as 4,000 feet above the Pacific Ocean. The state park was formed to protect the Kalalau Valley. To the east of the state park is the Hono-o Napali State Natural Reserve. It was established in 1983 and later extended to over 3,578 acres in 2009. Hiking trails and hunters' roads provide access to the sharp ridges from Kokihei Road in Waimea Canyon. Number 15. Sequoia National Park. Sequoia National Park is a national park of the United States in the southern Sierra Nevada, east of Visalia, California. The park was established on September 25, 1890, and today protects 404,064 acres of forested mountainous terrain. Encompassing a vertical relief of nearly 13,000 feet, the park contains the highest point in the contiguous United States, Mount Whitney, at 14,505 feet above sea level. The park is south of and contiguous with Kings Canyon National Park. Both parks are administered by the National Park Service together as Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks. UNESCO designated the areas as Sequoia Kings Canyon Biosphere Reserve in 1976. Number 16. Rockefeller Center. Rockefeller Center is a complex of 19 commercial buildings covering 22 acres between 48th Street and 51st Street in the Midtown Manhattan neighborhood of New York City. The 14 original Art Deco buildings, commissioned by the Rockefeller family, span the area between 5th Avenue and 6th Avenue, split by a large sunken square and a private street called Rockefeller Plaza. Later additions include 75 Rockefeller Plaza across 51st Street at the north end of Rockefeller Plaza, and 4 international-style buildings on the west side of 6th Avenue. In 1928, Columbia University, the owner of the site, leased the land to John D. Rockefeller Jr., who was the main person behind the complex construction. Originally envisioned as the site for a new Metropolitan Opera building, the current Rockefeller Center came about after the Met could not afford to move to the proposed new building. Number 17. Palace of Fine Arts. The Palace of Fine Arts is a monumental structure located in the Marina District of San Francisco, California, originally built for the 1915 Panama Pacific International Exposition to exhibit works of art. It was constructed from concrete and steel, and the building was claimed to be fireproof. According to a metal plate at the rotunda, it was rebuilt under B.F. Modlin, local manager of McDonald & Kahn, between 1964 and 1967. In the years 1973 and 1974, the columniated pylons were added. It is the only structure from the exposition that survives on site. Number 18. Disneyland Park. Disneyland is a theme park at the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California. It was the first theme park opened by the Walt Disney Company, and the only one designed and constructed under the direct supervision of Walt Disney, and opened on July 17, 1955. Disney initially envisioned building a tourist attraction adjacent to his studios in Burbank to entertain fans who wished to visit. However, he soon realized that the proposed site was too small for the ideas that he had. After hiring the Stanford Research Institute to perform a feasibility study determining an appropriate site for his project, Disney bought a 160-acre site near Anaheim in 1953. The park was designed by a creative team handpicked by Walt from internal and outside talent. They founded W.E.D. Enterprises, the precursor to today's Walt Disney Imagineering. Number 19. Lake Tahoe. Lake Tahoe is a freshwater lake in the Sierra Nevada of the western United States, straddling the border between California and Nevada. Lying at 6,225 feet above sea level, Lake Tahoe is the largest alpine lake in North America, and at 120,260,280 acre, it trails only the 5 Great Lakes as the largest by volume in the United States. Its depth is 1,645 feet, making it the second deepest in the United States after Crater Lake in Oregon. The lake was formed about 2 million years ago as part of the Lake Tahoe Basin, and its modern extent was shaped during the Ice Ages. It is known for the clarity of its water and the panorama of surrounding mountains on all sides. Number 20. Golden Gate Bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge is a suspension bridge spanning the Golden Gate, the 1-mile-wide strait connecting San Francisco Bay and the Pacific Ocean. The structure links the U.S. city of San Francisco, California, the northern tip of the San Francisco Peninsula, to Marin County, carrying both U.S. Route 101 and California State Route 1 across the strait. It also carries pedestrian and bicycle traffic and is designated as part of U.S. Bicycle Route 95. Recognized by the American Society of Civil Engineers as one of the wonders of the modern world, the bridge is one of the most internationally recognized symbols of San Francisco and California. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe.